Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an update on my smart rings. So I did a video a while back. I used them for several months and I'm almost at a year now, so I wanted to update you on my opinion on the Ultrahuman Ring versus the Oura Ring and just give you my overall feedback, things I've learned, problems, pluses, minuses, all that. I will cover the good and the bad with both these rings in this video. So if you wanted to know my almost year update on these rings, you clicked on the right video. I do have a previous one if you want to check out pricing, shipping, sizing kits, all that initial kind of setup stuff in my first video, so definitely go check that out. This is just the full-on update of all the things that have updated on the apps, new features, what I love, what I don't love, my all-encompassing review on having a smart ring for almost a year. So I absolutely love these still. They have been one of my favorite things, honestly, for my health that I've got, just to get insights for my own personal health. And I was going to wait until August for my year anniversary for these to do my 1 year update. However, Ultrahuman's having a sale until June 30th. It's their biggest sale ever, so I wanted to inform you of that now in case you were curious of purchasing one from my previous video and want to save that extra bit of money. Until June 30th, you can save 15% using Cheryl 15, or you just click the link below and it takes you directly to my page with the discount, so you don't even have to input anything at checkout. And it works globally, which I don't have any other code from a company that's ever worked globally. So I absolutely love that all my subscribers can save some money during this sale, so definitely go check it out. If you've wanted an Ultrahuman ring, now's the time to check out that sale until June 30th, and then it goes back to my regular 10%, which is Cheryl 10. So after that, you can still save a little bit of money, but right now you can save more, which is amazing, and I want to give you guys a heads up on that sale. So bringing out my notebook again for this video. You know it's going to be a video when I have extensive notes. Just like in my last video, if you choose to purchase an Oura ring over Ultrahuman or vice versa, I think you're going to be happy with either or. So I don't really think there is a bad option here. If you're looking for a smart ring to track your sleep, stress, temperature, my brain health now on Ultrahuman, there's just so much more, your VO2 max, just so many things. If you're into your health insights, it tracks, and it's lighter weight than a Apple Watch, which I used to use. I loved my Apple Watch prior, but I didn't want the distractions of text messages coming in, any kind of link to social media. I just wanted the information without the distraction. So that's kind of why I went the smart ring route. So I purchased my Oura ring back in August. I think it was only a few days later Ultrahuman reached out to send me theirs. If I didn't do that video for you guys, I would have just canceled my Oura ring membership, because that's the biggest downside to me for Oura, is that you have to pay a yearly membership, which Ultrahuman you do not have to pay for. So you pay for your ring up front, and then there's no other subscription fees, which I personally really love. If I can avoid a subscription fee, I'm gonna do that. That's another reason why I was filming this video, because I was seeing when my cancellation was for Oura and it was coming up in August, so I wanted to make sure that I did this video prior to canceling my subscription for that. One of the things I learned having a smart ring was that I was chronically stressed. Both my rings signal this for me, that I just have a high stress throughout the day, and it takes quite a bit for my body to get into a relaxing or restored state. And that was draining my batteries on my ring, just because it was constantly showing how stressed I was, which if you would have asked me, I wouldn't have thought I was stressed. But apparently internally, all my things point to that I'm stressed. I've been working on that over the course of the year, but stress can affect your hormones, all that kind of stuff, which also for the period tracker, it's fantastic because I can see when I'm ovulating, and also I have issues around ovulation with my hormones. So I've just been able to really track my health, see what's triggering for me, and it's really helped me take control of my own health and just advocate for myself more, because I have this data to show that I have these things going on. Big fan of a smart ring that my husband now has one. He got a black version, which he's sleeping right now, but I will show you guys it in B-roll just to show you what that looks like. Also, Ultrahuman, which coincidentally, it just came today. They're releasing a rose gold option. That one's not included in the sale in case you wanted to have a rose gold option. but they do have that coming too, which was one of the things in my previous video that I loved about Oura, because I loved how they had the rose gold option, which looked more like a true gold than a yellow gold. And the Ultrahuman rose gold actually looks rose gold. It doesn't just look gold. There is that hint of rose to it. So if you truly wanted that rose gold finish, which Oura said they had, but it's more of a true gold, I'd say, check out Ultrahuman because it's a true rose gold. Though I do still love my gold option more. I'm thinking of gifting the new rose gold one to my mom. She was trying on the ring and I do want her to test it out too, just to track certain things for her as well. I think she would benefit from it. And for my husband, he works shift work, so having a smart ring to track sleep, truly your sleep affects so much. If you can see for my data that I'm going to show you from last night, my daughter is sick, unfortunately. So she's home today, but she was sleeping in bed with me. My husband's on nights. And you could see from my data that my sleep was interrupted, and it was saying, did you have a stimulant or something between this certain time? And I'm like, no, there was just a kid in my bed and she's not feeling good. Normally I'm an expert sleeper, which I always thought I was good at sleeping, but I have the data to prove it. On my Oura Ring actually yesterday, I had a score of 99, which was the highest score I've ever had. And I hit a new milestone for my Ultrahuman. It said that my lowest heart rate was achieved. So I have a pretty low resting heart rate. I'd say it's around 49 usually, maybe 50. Right now it's slightly elevated. I had it at, I think 52, went up a couple, but yesterday I had my lowest heart rate, which went down to 48, which was my best resting heart rate yet for this whole almost year that I've had these rings. So it's just really cool that it shows you these milestones that you hit. You can see how things improve your health, how it slows it as well, which is a new feature on Ultrahuman that just came, which I think is so cool and also slightly concerning. For myself, because it's showing my brain age is higher than my age, and I'm 39. If you do not know already, right now it's saying I am aging slower. My pulse age is 34, my cardio age is 32, which really good, but my brain age is 44. So something's going on there. It indicates my deep sleep. I think I'm not getting enough deep sleep, which makes sense if I have kids waking up. So you can input all these things and tag stuff. Oura had a better tag system last time I did this video, but Ultrahuman now has the ability of incorporating tags. So you can see when you tag certain things that it's showing a decrease in sleep and just all these patterns in your life if you're good about inserting tags. If you have sickness going on, if something's going on in your life, stress, whatnot, you can tag it, your workouts, what's elevating your stress. If I'm more active, how my stress is higher, but also there's good stress and bad stress. So it's just really cool to see. I just absolutely love it. As you can see, I'm just a huge fan, and I'm going to go into more things that I think are cool about the app that you can see, but definitely my Ultra age, it's on par with my age right now, but it does fluctuate. So some days it's better, some days it's worse. Usually I'm around my age in that sense, but my cardio is really, really good. My VO2 max is 46. My resting heart rate is in the elite category along with my VO2 max. So I am considered an athlete, I guess, for those things, which I'm proud about, but my brain is not aging well, apparently. So there is some stuff that I personally need to work on, stress being one of them. My HRV has been something that I've had to investigate because it's something I never really knew about or played a role in anything, but it's your heart rate variability. And mine was pretty poor when I initially started wearing my rings, but I've seen an improvement in that, which is really good. So there's more variability in my heart rate while I'm sleeping, which is good. Also, cycle tracking is now available on Ultrahuman, which is something that I preferred Oura over before, but now they have that feature, so I can see what phase in my cycle I'm in, which makes so much sense to me because hormones for me play such a huge role. I can just see during certain cycles when certain hormones are higher, lower, that it really plays a role in my overall health and things. I can track everything, and it's just really nice to know. I've always been able to tell when I'm ovulating because I would always feel it and feel sick. And now I can tell that I'm not coming down with anything. It's just ovulation because it shows me when that's happening based on your basal body temperature, which it takes every single morning, and it can show when it's elevated during parts of your cycle or it has decreased, which I think is really cool in tracking. So it's something that I just really love the insights to, especially if you have a period and you're tracking that. I'm past the point of me having more kids, but it would have been very useful for tracking that. I've always known my cycle and tracked it pen and paper type of thing, but this is nice because I don't have to do any of that. It just shows me exactly where I am in my cycle based on my temperature. And then also I log my period. It knows where things are. So the more information you give it, the longer you wear it, the better it knows you and the more accurate information you're going to have, which I just absolutely love. So using it this long, it's gotten better and better for me. It's truly helped me with my own personal health. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the step tracking is actually more accurate. I was saying in my previous video how when I film and I'm like flailing my arms or even just doing my makeup, that it's tracking me going on a walk or rowing a boat or something like that, just because I'm a big hand talker. Now it tracks my steps better, so it's not as inflated, because for a time there it was making me look like I was running marathons every day, but it's just because I move my hands when I talk, and that has gotten a lot more accurate for me, so it's not as inflated, which I appreciate. And that's on both rings, because I had an issue with my step tracking on both rings. They've both updated for it to be a little bit more accurate, at least in my opinion. It's not as inflated for the steps you get throughout the day. This day that I'm showing you this, normally my insights aren't this low. This is actually a bad day for me. It's because of bed sharing last night. I have to look into this brain waste clearance, but it's saying I should be at 88. I'm at 75 right now, so it's lower because of my deep sleep and my HRV score, which are things that lately have been an issue. But having consistent sleep schedule is huge. When I'm on a consistent bedtime routine, and it's normally when my husband's on day shift, I don't sleep as well when he's on nights, but when I'm consistent, you can see I have more energy throughout the day. You can see my scores are higher and I'm just doing better when it's consistent sleep. If I have a late social night, that affects me so much. Even just a lot of social interaction. I've always known that I'm introverted. My data shows me that I'm truly an introvert because social interaction drains me so much. That's not something I'm gonna avoid, so I just know that late night social interaction, that I need to get back on a regular routine to just get my body where it needs to be, to have more energy, not have those crashes mid-afternoon. Also, it shows a caffeine window, which I never looked into not having caffeine in the morning because that's something that I always did. So it has this adenosine, I think it's called, where your body should clear that before you have a cup of coffee. And it gives you a window when caffeine is best suited for you so you don't have that crash if you happen to drink coffee like I do. And it truly works. When I'm not having coffee first thing in the morning and I just wait couple hours after I wake up, I don't get that afternoon crash, and it just helps me perform better having that caffeine at a certain part of the day. Also better for my hormone regulation not to have coffee first thing in the morning and to make sure that I eat before my coffee. So these are things that I've learned, but I can see in my data, which is incredible. My VO2 max hasn't changed really in the past year. It might have went up slightly. I'd be interested to go back to my old video to see what my insights were from then, because I want to see how much I've improved, even though you can open up your calendar and scroll through and see. There was only a little bit of time that I missed wearing my ring, but that's because I was having battery issues and my stress was depleting my battery life on my ring, that I had to change it from turbo mode to chill mode, but I only did that after they sent me a new ring because they said that's not supposed to happen. So I did contact customer service at Ultrahuman, and they have been the most lovely people to help me out, and they sent me a brand new ring. And that was after, I want to say like 8 months, they sent me a new ring. So I was so excited that they just were really receptive to my feedback for that and ended up sending me a new ring, because I was having issue with the battery. But I did since put it on chill mode for me, just so that my stress isn't affecting my battery so much. That's something I haven't been able to control. I still don't know why my body is so stressed. I have learned some things that bring me to a restorative state, and that is just taking a break, because from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, I'm basically just go, go, go. And I'm the type of person that when I start a task, I need to finish it regardless of anything. I just need to complete that task before taking a break, which is actually kind of bad for me. I suffer from sciatica back pain. Right now, I'm not in a flare. If I don't take breaks, it can be really, really bad for my back. I've been better about listening to my body. Right now, I'm really, really good. It took a while to get here. Incorporating my exercising, my walking, I do Pilates, just going on regular walks, and my back strengthening exercises have been key for my back. So if you're looking to improve your back, you need to get on the back strengthening exercises, because that's the only thing that's going to change. If your back actually feels like it can support your movements, which that's totally off topic, but if you have back pain, you need to be doing your physio. I went on a tangent there. I was going to say something important, then I went on about my back. Oh yeah. So a feature that I still like more in Oura Ring over Ultrahuman is how it can detect when I have sickness. It's called Symptom Radar. So it has minor and major symptoms that it can show, and then no symptoms. So when I'm in pain for my back flares, it shows that I have major symptoms for that. So my body knows when I'm in pain or when I'm sick, it flags it in the Oura app. It will show me. And the thing that I've noticed, because I've been able to compare, is that certain metrics will be off in Ultrahuman. So it's not as user-friendly in the sense that it's like major signs it's telling you. You will see that you have exclamation points and things are off, and you could be coming down with some sort of sickness. Maybe your body's in pain like me. I've had some issues over the past month, and you can see when I'm in a major flare episode that my metrics are showing me that it's just wreaking havoc on my body and all my levels are just completely off. But pain can do that. Tracking everything for me, I can be on top of things. I just like having that control of my health personally. So it's really informative. I don't find it overwhelming. I'm still not concerned that it's showing that I'm stressed, because I don't feel stressed. I feel good. If you're the type of person who information like this might overload you, I would not recommend getting one. If you're that type of person who would feel like it would impact you in that way, I find it empowering over hurtful. So that's why I personally really like it. But everyone's different, so just know that going in that you're going to get all these metrics, and it's not necessarily something super wrong. You could have just had a bad sleep and things are throwing it off, okay? Just be mindful when you take in that information, and you're going to get to know your body more over the course of the time that you have this, only because it gets to know you better. The first couple weeks, you're not going to be able to tell as much, because it has to establish that baseline in both Ultrahuman or an Oura Ring. So just know that going in. Don't be stressed. It's easier said than done, because how can you not be stressed when your body's just stressed? But, you know, what can I say? You can actually set a smart alarm, which will wake you up in a cycle of your sleep that is better for you to feel refreshed, because let me know if there's been a time when your alarm's gone off and you just feel awful and groggy because you're being woken up in a certain part of your sleep cycle, which isn't ideal. If you have a window of time you could allow yourself to wake up, it's kind of cool to play around with that and see when the alarm's going to wake you up. I don't even need to set an alarm for myself, because my body will wake up at the same time every single day, regardless of when I go to bed. Something my body does. So that's why going to bed at a regular time for me, really ideal, because regardless if I have a late night, I'm always waking up early, and that's just not beneficial to my body. Sleep is so important. So is getting enough movement throughout the day. You can really see a change in your metrics when you're exercising and sleeping well, which I know everyone tells you to do, but truly, like, game changer. Just make sure you're moving your body and getting good sleep, nourishing your body. And this is just a helpful way to just follow along with your health. If what I've been saying to you is something that appeals to you, I truly think you'd love Oura or Ultrahuman. Ultrahuman provides more insights than Oura at this point for me. That's why I love all the added little add-ons in the Ultrahuman app, that you can have your circadian rhythm, like I said, have that caffeine if you choose to. Like, you don't have to have all these cycle tracking. Like, I have a ton of things that I have opened into my app just to track, but you don't have to track all those things. So whatever it is you're wanting to track, you can just have that set as your window. I just love the more information, the better. for me, and it's just so cool to wake up in the morning and see. I don't open this first thing in the morning though. I wait a couple hours, usually when I know it's okay to have my coffee, and then I open my app to check my sleep. That's just a little tip that I have, just to wait to open it. Don't get in the habit of opening it first thing in the morning and be like, how was my sleep? You'll probably know as you go throughout the day how your sleep was. At least I can tell if I've had poor sleep, and it's usually due to a late night. I'm looking back at my old notes here, and for battery, they were both identical. Now Oura lasts a little bit longer than the Ultrahuman, only because I have so many things I'm tracking on Ultrahuman. But if you're just doing the basics like the Oura Ring, it's not a big difference. It's about a day probably in terms of the battery life. I always charge these before I go in the shower, and I don't have to do a full charge that often still. But I've also put this on chill mode because it was just going crazy with my stress. Oh yeah, for comfort, after wearing these for almost a year, I do feel like the Ultrahuman is more comfortable on my hand. And it might be because my Oura is a little bit big for me now, which is the biggest thing for tracking. If your ring isn't snug, not tight, but snug against your finger, it's not going to track as well. It's either not going to be able to track or not track accurately if it's too loose. Like I do feel like my Oura is a little loose now. My Ultrahuman still fits really nicely. This is my larger hand. I don't know why. Both my fingers, but this finger is like a size bigger than this one. Customer service has been great. My whole experience, all the apps, all the insights with Ultrahuman has been so good. I'm probably missing something. Almost full year experience it's been with my smart rings. It's been so good. I've loved having the insights. It's helped me so much to track certain things, especially in my personal cycle. If you already have an Oura Ring, I don't think you need to get an Ultrahuman unless you don't want to continuously pay that subscription. Then I would upgrade to Ultrahuman just because there's more features in it. More comfortable, really great customer service, and I've just had a really great experience with both actually, but more so Ultrahuman if I could pick just one. I know I was going back and forth of the different features that I like, but over the course of almost a year, as I said, I would personally go Ultrahuman, and I've gotten so many people onto them now in my personal life just because I love it so much. I tell everyone about my smart ring whenever I can. I hope this video helped you out. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try to get back to you. The sale ends June 30th. If you do plan on purchasing a ring, it's Cheryl15 or just click the link. And if you are watching this video after that, I still have a coupon code, which is Cheryl10, and it will save you 10% globally, which is so awesome. I hope this video helps you out decide whether you do want a smart ring or not. And if you have any questions further that I didn't address in this video, leave them in the comments section below. I would love to help you out, and I will see you guys in my next video.